I'm Finan. I'm a visual artist, and I guess I have a connection in some way to the rural. I've been invited to make this video. And I'm going to introduce my work as an artist and what my connection is to the rural. And I'm only going to spend about 2 minutes doing that, and then I'm going to give the other 3 minutes over to a short project video for the project that I'm working on with Kilderhead Wildwood project in Northumberland. But this is my website. I was trained as a painter, and after I finished I moved into running events, set up and ran some art spaces, and I suppose I've always had some sort of a connection to this idea of community engagement, art and activism, or art and community practice. And then in 2011 I began to teach myself computer programming, and I went and did an MSc in computer science. And since then I've been kind of a painter and kind of a computer programmer, working together, creating interactive mixed media installation. The connection to the rural, I suppose, is more on the concept side. So I'm interested in networks, how people connected with one another, and I'm also particularly interested in the idea of place. So all of my research came from the topic of place. I come from a rural area in northwest Ireland. I live in a rural area right now in the southeast of Ireland, and I've done residencies in lots of rural areas as well, very remote places, in the north part of Iceland, right on the edge of the Arctic Circle. Kildare itself is considered to be one of the most remote places in the UK. And yeah, place. Where borders come from. An exploration of environment, and how can we envisage or put forward ideas for better places in the future, living with the environment that's around us, with our neighbours. So this is my current project.
A tree is never just a tree. In the forests, there are underground networks. In the soil, messages pass through the roots of the trees that tower above. Water, food, and warnings pass from fungus to tree, from mycelium to root. This is known as the Wood Wide Web. Communities of people share information and resources. Meeting together, people enrich one another with ideas, stories, art, and experience. In the past, this was often done at central meeting places, forming a connection between places and people. This was known as the public sphere. Technologies enable people in communication and work. The humble hammer helps build vast cities. The complex smartphone connects people across the globe. We invent technologies, and then they shape our behaviour. We create what are known as network cultures. Forest, community, and technology. These three networks influence the art that I am making with Kilderhead Wildwood Project, Northumberland Wildlife Trust, in 2020. This is part of Visual Arts in Rural Communities programme, Entwined. Rural, land, lives, art. Artworks about networks.